What is going on, family, my brothers and sisters in the Warning Army? I appreciate you guys for letting me keep my stripe. And first and foremost, I want to say thank you so much to everybody who showed so much kindness and so much support on my last video with the creep cover. That was like a big moment for me for like the first time, like finally breaking on camera after a few times that they've gotten close to almost getting me to break. And I know this is not going to be the last time that we go on this journey together. And I know that Breathe and I know that Black Holes, both of those songs are right around the corner. And I know, I just know it. I just know that that is going to be a special moment and a special video. And I feel like we're going to have to do something as a group to really just do that one together. But right now, my mind is very heavily focused on getting down to Nashville this weekend because I am so stoked for this trip. And I've been on a little bit of a cover kick now ever since this whole creep thing. All right, it really started with Freeze the Fall and their Survive cover from The Warning, but it's really kind of got me pushing on there after we did Creep and that one. So now I really want to check out this one that Dany did with 3 Days Grace. This is definitely the song that caught the most attention from me from 3 Days Grace, probably since like, was it the X or their third record, like the first like 3 albums, I think it was, or maybe the first 4-ish. Were the ones that I thought were pretty good, but I kind of lost interest in the band kind of after that. I know they had like a different singer for a while, and I think that the original guy's back now. But overall, I like this song, and I've never watched a live version of it before, so why not check out the one with Dany from The Warning?
Celebrating 10 years, we're gonna play a song that we released 10 fucking years ago. And I wanna see the biggest fucking mosh pit of today. This song is called Painkiller!
She had to pop that. Hold on, we have to rewind back to watch that one more time. So yes, it's definitely still the same guy that they like replaced the original singer with. I'm pretty sure that he was in a band called, if my memory serves me correctly, My Darkest Days, which was pretty much a band that just pretty much made strip club rock music. So if that's your thing, then you should definitely go check out those records, especially the first one. The first one's probably better. But honestly, if I'm being for real, guys, this is kind of why I've kind of lost a little bit of interest in 3 Days Grace. I just don't really feel like they got that same kind of like grip on my heart like they did way back when. It's definitely difficult when you switch out the main singers and you're using the same band name. I know there's a fellow on my wall right here. I think he is the perfect example of a modern situation where it's a very mixed reaction when you replace lead singers in especially legacy acts. How did it work again for Axl Rose when like he tried that? Escape the Fate, Blink-182, Queen. I could keep going. I feel like I'm gonna get myself in trouble with some people who may like 3 Days Grace better than The Warning. Listen, guys, I don't feel like I need to tell you that I'm giving you my honest opinion, because isn't that just implied? Now, that being said, what I saw in this performance was all I could really think about was how much better a Warning show really is for a lot of different reasons. And I get it, 3 Days Grace is a bigger band. They've been around for a long time, but once again, not with the same frontman. So is it really the same band? Am I really talking about the same band that wrote I Hate Everything About You? Because honestly, guys, like this performance, just looking at every single bandmate in this performance, it seems uninspired. You can see how non-technical really the music really is, and how it's not really translating and connecting with the audience the way that it probably does when you just listen to the actual record, because it's polished up. Dany honestly saves this performance. I feel like it was boring, and it was like the crowd didn't get excited until she came out there. And trust me, guys, I know that she's a pretty girl, so a lot of people are just excited that they saw a pretty girl out there. But I would like to think that she really did bring more energy. She was more clear into the microphone. She sounded like she was a feature on the song that didn't actually exist. And I get it. This is a really cool moment, especially for a girl like Dany, who probably grew up around like a lot of these bands and looked up to a lot of these bands. But I'm sure that they have probably realized, because they've been in this music business long enough now, that the stuff that they play is a lot more technical than maybe some of those bands that they were looking up to once upon a time. I'm not taking no shots at no bands, because there's a lot of bands out there that still kick the same amount of ass that they have always kicked. But again, 3 Days Grace has really been a lot of a letdown for me in terms of my overall fandom with this band, because I just didn't feel like they were just never really the same after they had switched out the vocalist. And I even said before that My Darkest Days, their first 2 albums, were actually not terrible. I didn't think that they were terrible. There were some good records on there. But sometimes, guys, it just feels like you're just trying to hold on to a name, and that's really all you're kind of doing. If you are a fan of this 3 Days Grace, I am happy for you. I am glad that you like this music. But from somebody who grew up on the first record, was there for the first record, it doesn't hit me the same. And even if you were there for that first record and you still like the band today, I'm glad that you do. There's a lot of people out there pretending to do the same thing about another band I know. And I'm not saying that you 3 Days Grace fans are the same as some of those other guys, because honestly, guys, those ones are just lying to themselves. I get it, the new song isn't terrible, and I really did like Dead Sarah a lot. But at the end of the day, guys, I went to their show and I bought their poster. And that girl did a really great job in this video. TWA, you guys are too good to me. I appreciate you so much for hanging out with me today. And if you haven't joined the Foxtrot family, there is always room for you. Until next time, I appreciate you for watching.